And I realized something when I was getting married to my wife, Elizabeth, so many years ago, during the cake cutting ceremony. I mean, we had pretty much talked and discussed just about every little detail of not only the wedding, of the reception, but when we got to the cake cutting part, I realized in my brain that we had never discussed, is cake smashing going to be a thing for our wedding?
Or are we going to be nice and respectful and just feed each other a piece?
Is it going to be a thing where we push the cake into each other's face and have
laugh
one of those
and
moments? Right?
Yeah.
So there's a wedding photographer who was asked about this on TikTok. Here was her response.
I've photographed about 200 weddings. I think I've only seen about 3 instances of having the groom smash cake in the bride's face.
All right, so she said only about 3 times has she seen the groom do the whole cake smashing of the cake onto the bride's face.
And the very first one that I saw the bride got cake all in her eye, basically ruined her makeup. She ran off crying. I didn't see her for like 45 minutes.
Okay,
oh, gosh, that didn't go well.
That did not go well.
No.
And they are now divorced. So, yeah, I think it's probably not the best idea to shove cake in each other's faces unless you agree upon that beforehand.
Yeah, so...
Yes, if you agree upon that beforehand.
So there was the split second in my brain when after we've cut the cake... And I remember our DJ was like, what's going to happen?
Of course, they like to stir it up. Boys, there's going to be drama.
Right. And I look at her. She looks at me. We both get that, like, look on our face. And I think the look on her face was, you better not.
Yeah. But I think more often than not, that's the look the bride is giving. Because, again... Because of the aforementioned scenario, cake in the eye, ruined makeup, all the things.
And so it's in the moment. There's crowd behind you. The DJ's going, what are you going to do?
Oh, and especially if you got a crowd that's egging you on.
And this is also coming from the same guy who proposed to his now wife by saying, I'm going to break up with you. So I had this thought of, I could do a little cake smash.
Like, this is part of my thing. This is what I do.
And then the moment came, and I was gentle. She came in a little hot. But it wasn't bad. So
all right, had a little pepper on it, but yeah,
she came in like she was almost prepared to answer for if I was going to do something. You know,
exactly. She's like, listen, you're a prankster. You're a prankster. What's happening?
Yeah. So what I did go to your wedding with you and your husband Michael. I don't remember what happened during the cake cutting ceremony. What happened with yours?
Well, so the best man and my sister, the matron of honor, gave their speeches, and that was all emotional. It was all great, and we have the cake in hand. I do a whole little give him the look like no sir, nopey nope, because first of all, the cake was outlandishly delicious.
Sure,
I wanted all that in my mouth. Mm-hmm. Not on my face.
Right.
And so we did a little, just fed each other nicely and enjoyed the delicious cake. And there you go. We still had cute pictures.
I'd be interested to go ahead and text us, 502-795-1997, whether or not you had the cake smashed in your face and then whether you're still married. Because according to this photographer, her theory is cake smashers don't remain married.
Yes, and she has a little bit of personal life experience to back that up. We got a text. We acted like we were going to do it to each other, but instead turned and got our maid of honor and best man instead.
That's kind of funny. That's kind of good. That's kind of good. But yeah, that is that's kind of funny just with the whole TikTok and her theory on whether or not brides and grooms will remain married even after the whole smashing cake in your face. Now, I've been to several.
I get it.
I've been to several weddings where there have been, I say several. I think two where there was actually like a cake smash in the face. And one of them are still married and one of them are not.
Ooh, I think it has to do with the level of aggression, too. Like if it's a cutesy little, or if it's got some stank on it.
It's got a little stank on it.
If it's got a little stank on it.
If you're throwing some heaters, yeah.
Yeah.
Aubrey texts in and says, yeah, one word, divorced, LOL. All right, so cake smash, divorce. Yeah, so maybe this is
there
a
might
theory.
Be some truth to it.
Yeah, I was going to say, and maybe if you are thinking of or you have a wedding coming up, maybe this is something you add to the list of, hey, let's talk about this before the ceremony actually happens. Because,
yes, let's discuss that moment.
Because we don't want to be in a situation like Ben and his wife who, in that split second, man, it was just like
what if you don't make the right, you make a different choice than your spouse and you made the wrong split second choice and then ends up being like animosity and hurt feelings and you don't need that to be a part of any of your ceremony.
It was one of those. It was one of those things where we had discussed everything except for that, and then in the moment, it was just like, "What do we do?" And so, luckily, it all turned out well. But anyways,
that's good.
Yeah. So 502-795-1999. If you want to share. We're just kind of discussing the whole bride and groom smashing cake in the face during the cake cutting. There's a photographer on TikTok whose theory says, hey, if you do it, smash cake in each other's face, more than likely you're going to be divorced. That's kind of the theory.
OMG.
We got a text from Rachel that said, mom threatened the husband. Did not happen. They're still married. Like, don't you dare. Don't you dare smash her face with cake. That is funny. Also, Carmen, she texted in, did the cake smash. I was picking red velvet cake out of my dress all night.
Oh, no.
After it fell off my face. Still married, though. 9 years. I would have never expected anything less from my silly husband. So.
Well, that's good. That's a good attitude. Kim said at my daughter's wedding, her and my son-in-law smashed cake in the maid of honor's face, and it was really cute. Best man didn't. In the best man's face. Best man's face.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny. Hey, Brittany.
So my husband and I, we didn't discuss it, but in the moment I was like, this will be a fun shot. So I smushed it in his face first, and then he got me, and I really wasn't worried because my makeup artist was there, so she was able to fix my makeup after. And it was so fun, and it was the best shot we got at our wedding, I think.
Okay, good. So it worked out. But you knew I've got a way to fix this.
Yes.
In the back of your mind, it's like, just don't get it in my hair.
So, Brittany, I'm assuming you're still married?
Yes, we're going to be celebrating 9 years next month.
All right, there you go. Got another text from a listener that said two things. One, we did the cake smash, and we've been now married for 23 years. Secondly, Kelly, you should never say, I want it all in my mouth and not on my face. She was referring to the cake, right?
The cake.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Again, if you just hear a part of my sentences, sometimes they sound weird. They sound different.
All right. Hey, thank you for that.